Back at it for another episode of the Blind by Nas. Oh, damn. For the Blind by Nas Show. I am your host, FOBC, not the Hood Ray Charles, Blind Pop if you nasty. The official blind stepper, the voice of the disables. We ain't cutting nothing out. We showing the fuck ups and everything in the episode. I'm in the studio. It's 85 degrees, bucket low. I'm in here comfortable. You know where we at, 265 Canal Street, WTF Media Studio. I'm not sponsoring, but I'm sponsoring. If you got a voice, come in, lock in, and maybe you could be like Blind Poppy. But we got my boy Wolf in the studio.
You know it.
How you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm trying to go to the beach before you just shitted on my dreams and shit. Talking about how dirty the fucking beach is. Like,
Yo.
I want to go to the beach, gang.
Dirty, dirty, dirty.
I fuck with the beach,
Take
man.
a flight to Puerto Rico, man. It's right there,
Man,
2 or 3 hours.
Why go to Puerto Rico when I could take 1 hour to go to Far Rock, man? I'm just saying.
That dirty water? You swimming with chicken bones and Pampers and all that other
There ain't
shit.
no chicken bones in there. It's not
What?
it's not the Hudson, bro.
What? It's just good enough.
It's good enough.
Good enough. See, that's that Texas shit. You don't know how New York work.
I'm trying to get out in this nature. I'm trying to look alive.
You know how that shit go. But today we got a good episode today. You know, we've been doing our work. We've been doing a lot of shit. And one day, you know, I just woke up and I just text Wolf and just say, you know, let's do a podcast about forgiveness. Like, what do forgiveness look like? And if you home, you could email blindbananacynyc@gmail.com. You could tell me what do forgiveness look like to you. But in this episode, it's different levels of forgiveness, I feel like it's different shades, different scenarios of forgiveness. I'm gonna throw out a couple of forgiveness, and I'm gonna see if you in that same boat too. Well, like, have you forgave somebody, and what did it take?
Oh, for sure.
Before we even get to the big forgiveness, or should we start off with the fucking big forgiveness? Fuck it. FOBC note. The Hood Ray Charles, Blind Poppy, if you not, fuck that. Christopher forgives the nigga that shot me. And I ain't gonna lie, it took a lot out of me to forgive that shit. Cause it's like, the nigga took a lot away from me. He killed relationships. He killed my personality. Let me take that back. He had my personality. He didn't kill it. I'm always gonna be C-Note. But he had me on, I ain't gonna lie, he had me, like, he stepped on me and had me down for a long ass time. 9-10 years, I was fucked up. I forgive you. Why? Cause look what you did. It was a gift and a curse. I'm flourish. I'm a flower. Call me Brother Sunflower. I'm at peace now. The Blind Banasi podcast doing good. I met people that I probably wouldn't never met if I wasn't in the dark, like Wolf and DJ Chris and Big Will, D-Rock, and the rest of the gang. Like, so you helped me out by helping me grow. I was so mad at you for the simple fact that I just got accepted to the EMT. So it's like I was pumped up, I was eager. Like, I got in trouble with the law and I was on probation. So they put me through hell just to become an EMT. I had to go get papers signed. They denied me. But shout out to the commissioner and the lieutenants and everybody over there that pushed for it for me to lock in and take that test. I'm the first person that was on probation that took the FDNY test, passed it, and became a certified EMT. Nobody did that shit before me. So I was ready for that shit. I was motivated. I'm like, damn, I'm saving lives. Like, before you lock in with the EMT, you had to do rotations. So it's like you had to go out with real EMTs and see how the job really is, to see if you can fuck with it. And just helping people. I said, damn, this shit is for me. I started changing my life. I was always fighting. I was doing a lot of bullshit. But then when I got shot, I gave up on everything because it's like, damn, I really put my best foot forward for this shit. And then I get shot. But then I gotta look at it like, I forgive you because I'm not touching people in New York City. I'm touching people across the world. So you didn't kill me. You just made me stronger. You ain't knocked me down. I just stumbled. And it's like, now I just realized that shit. And I say, I forgive you for the simple fact, you might be fucked up today. You might be in jail, who knows? You might be dead, who knows? You might be miserable, you might be fucked up, you might be at your lowest for trying to knock me down. but I'm still here. And my Stephen A voice, I'm not going nowhere. This shit is just the beginning. So this episode, we getting into this forgiveness shit. Have you ever been in a fucked up position where you felt like, damn, how can a nigga did this to me, or how did this girl play me, and you went back and you forgave them, Wolf?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But first of all, I wanna ask you a couple more questions, bro.
Yeah.
I wanna ask you a couple more questions. Hold on one second. I'm gonna cut this part out.
Uh-huh.
Okay, boom. So obviously the experience that you went through is beyond traumatic, and it's crazy because majority of the time when people are thinking about like forgiving somebody, they holding a grudge against them over shit that's not even as complicated or as severe as what it is that you went through.
Mm-hmm.
Not even as severe. Like niggas trying to forgive niggas for like stealing $5 from them, and whole time it's like, nah, you really went toe to toe with some shit that could have took your life.
Definitely.
And somehow, some way, you in a place where you've chosen to forgive this person
Mm-hmm.
somehow, some way. And so my question to you is, as a person who then did it, like you're not just theorizing on like, oh, forgiveness, it's like a good thing to practice, and like you done really did it. You really let go of the trauma that some of that trauma burned people's life up. But like, is forgiveness a form of empowerment or is it a sign of weakness? I think the reason why people struggle with it so much is because they think if I forgive somebody, then they make me weak or make me less or make me not as strong. So, but
Um,
from your opinion, is it empowerment or is it
for
weakness?
forgiving somebody is empowerment. I feel like you take your power back by forgiving a person. I feel like you not forgiving a person, you stuck on that shit, your life is gonna be revolved around that shit. You're gonna be moping, you're gonna be beating yourself up. You ain't gonna really see the power that you have by just forgiving that person and just moving on with your life. I feel like me not forgiving it and wanting to hurt that person back the way they hurt me so bad, put a stopper on my life for 8 years, 9 years. I was fucked up. I didn't really see my worth. I fucked relationships up. I pushed people away. I didn't see the real in the finish line to this dark shit that I was really in. I didn't embrace the dark. Now I embrace that shit. I felt like I'm the voice that the disabled people was missing. But I couldn't see that shit. Why? Because I couldn't forgive that person that shot me. I wanted to get back. I want him to suffer the way I suffer. But then I look at it like, why I'm giving this nigga so much power on all my life?
Mm,
I was fucked up. I'm on pills. I'm drinking. I'm not happy. I got suicide thoughts. And it's like, I'm giving this nigga that much power over me. I forgot who I was. I'm questioning myself. Like, is this really supposed to be my life? Nah, every day I'm waking, like, damn, I don't want to wake up today.
mm,
Like, why is the sun shining on me? Like, and the crazy thing about it is, when I hit you up about this episode, I'm like, damn, it's dark in here. Like, people come to me, I'm like, yo, today is for like a dark day. I even text you today, it's like a dark day today. They're like, wow, I feel like enough sunshine is coming through this window on me.
mm,
It felt dark. I got up, I'm moving around the house, I'm trying to figure shit out, I'm playing music, like, damn, why today is so dark? Why? Because I'm sitting up here and I'm moping over, damn, how would life be if I could see again?
mm,
But then when I sit down and I go through my moments and then I hear my son come out there and say, Father, I'm hungry. I snap back and say, nigga, I ain't gonna let you have this power over my life. When niggas call me like, yo, Cino, what's up with this flyer? I ain't gonna let this nigga have power over my life. When I'm sitting there and I'm reading the comments and these DMs and everything else, and like people appreciate me. Nigga, you ain't gonna have this power on my life. So by me forgiving him, I took my power back.
mm,
Like for the first 8 years, he had me. I was beat down. The nigga was in my dreams. And what nigga you know dreaming about a nigga? Like that nigga was in my dreams. He had me.
mm.
He had me like with a rope around my neck. I wasn't going nowhere. Nah, I cut that shit off. I cut that noose off my neck. I got my power back. So it's nothing wrong with forgiving a person. You don't gotta fuck with a person, but to forgive them, like perfect example. My son Casual got shot a couple of years ago. Me and him, we was talking whatever, and he called me one day, and I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you? Why you sound like that? And he was like, yo, I feel pussy, bro. I said, why? He said, yo, the person that shot me, I was in a spot with him, the lounge, and he said, for that moment, I just wanted to go get it. I'm sitting there and I'm just listening. He said, but he apologized and everything, and we left it like that. I said, bro, you shouldn't feel sorry or bad. You shouldn't feel pussy behind that. I said, nigga, you live to see another day, bro. You got 2 businesses, bro. And you shaking and you grinding in the clubs with me on top of your business. You ain't stressed over nothing. I said, you would have had that gun and you would have reacted. Now you trick yourself out of your own life because now your daughter depend on you, your mother depend on you, your nephew depend on you. You the head of the family. So you gonna let this nigga right here trick you out of your life? It's hard. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely hard. Because I don't know what I would do if I was in front of the person that shot me and try to take away my life. So I can't say that. I might fucking walk up to him and say, yo, nigga, thank you for helping me see my potential. Thank you for helping me see I'm bigger than what I really was. So it's like, nigga, don't let that nigga trick you out of your life, nigga. Keep flourishing, nigga. Keep grinding, keep going, nigga. You Castro, it's only one of you. You living. Your daughter could call you. And then he like, no one knows. I always call you for that motivation. Thank you, bro. Why? Because I'm not gonna tell my niggas, yo, go and get it and come back in. Nah, for what? Then it's like, can you forgive me that I gave you this dumbass advice to go to jail? Can you forgive me that your mother and them out here fucked up? Nah, sometimes a lot of this shit is not worth it, to be honest. I'm living, I'm breathing. I just can't see. The woke's still the same. So it's like, why is I'm tripping over that? Nigga, I forgive you, bro. Like, I sleep better that night. Knowing that I don't got you on my mind. And you're not heavy on my heart no more. I got other things to think about. My mind is clear, to be honest. It's like I said in the beginning, it's different forms and different situations of forgiveness. Like, I forgave the nigga that shot me. I forgave my father. I forgave females. I forgave friends. Doesn't mean I gotta fucks with you like that. I can fuck with you to a distance.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So
I think that some people don't think about enough. Like, just because you forgive somebody, don't mean you got to continue to be around them and let them mistreat you.
mm-hmm. Cause now, like, look at it like this, right? Somebody that did you wrong, you ain't forgive them. Every time a situation come up similar, the first thing that you do, you go back to that person that fucked you over.
Mm,
And the only thing you can keep saying is, I will never let another person do this to me. I will never give this shit a chance. Whole time you could be missing out on your opportunity. You don't know if this person really like that last person. So it's like, what's wrong with just jumping out there to see where it's gonna go?
Do you
Because if
think?
I base my life off of that, I wouldn't be fucking with a lot of people.
Mm, do you
Nah,
think?
I give everybody their own opportunity to see if they gonna float with me or you gonna burn and get the fuck out of my way. You got to separate. Everybody not the same. Like I came in with trusting. Like, let me see how far I can trust you. I came in just off of you taking the initiative, running in the hallway when I'm leaving, yo.
Right.
This, that, and the third. I'm like, damn, I trust you. Man, you never been through no serious shit.
Mm-hmm.
But just your energy, your vibe, your aura, I trust you.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, we gonna go to, like, what? Like I tell you could call me for anything, nigga. We locked in.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Do you think that? Do you think that holding on to a grudge makes you bitter?
Yeah, 1000%. Holding on a grudge gonna hurt you more for the simple fact you can never see what's in front of you because you're worrying about what the person did to you yesterday. That shit gonna hunt you, it's gonna burn you. Whole time you might be walking past gold and cash and everything else, but you better off of what this person done did to you. You gotta live your life. Sometimes you gotta just forgive a person and just walk forward. That person ain't killing you, that person ain't hurting you, that person ain't stopping you, that person ain't stopping your emotion. So why you gonna give that person your power?
Mm.
And it's like, I feel like a lot of people do that shit. Like, I love my sister to death, but I feel like she's one of them.
Mm.
Like, shout outs to her. I praise her. PhD is coming. But it's some things she gotta let go of how life was with her and her father.
Mm.
Like, we don't know our father's situations of how they was raised or how they was growing up and all that. So it's like, we can't expect them to be perfect. My father was not perfect at all. I forgave him though.
Mm.
I love him to a distance. I love him. That's my father. I hold a respect for him. But at the end of I'm not gonna disrespect him or none of that shit. I just don't gotta deal with him if I don't want to deal with him. Nah, I'm gonna respect you because at the end of the day, you a man. You my father. And you the reason I got life here today. You feel me? So it's like, why I'm tripping over that for? If you still holding on that grudge to your father not being there or being the best father to you, the best thing I can sit and tell you is let go. Maybe a conversation is due. Maybe you need to sit down with your father and ask him why. Cause you never know what goes. Sometimes we got fucked up baby mothers that'll tell you anything about your father, and that's why your father not there.
Mm,
Sometimes your father may not know how to love you the way you wanted to be loved.
mm,
But nobody never sit down with that man and told that man, I want to be loved like this. I want this. I miss this. I never had this. Can you give me this? Sometimes a little simple conversation can help out.
mm,
And on top of that, we never know what our father's been through. Some of our fathers was raised on their own. So they only know how to love one way. They never had that love from their mother. They never have that love from their father. So how can we hold them responsible to loving us the way we would want to be loved?
mm,
Sometimes the mother is more powerful for the simple fact that they had their mother, their father, so they know how to be loved. They know how, like, you feel me? They get the hugs, the good nights and the kisses and do good in school and being there. Our fathers probably never had that shit. So how can they give it to us?
mm,
So that's why I learned to forgive. Cause like even talking to my father, he told me his father wasn't shit. His father didn't do this. He did, and it's like, all right, cool. I understand now. It's like you maybe you followed in his footsteps not knowing that you did that. Cause this is all you knew. This is the only path that you seen your father go down, so you took it too. I was just the one that break the curse. I was the one that just broke the curse. Cause it's like if you was hurt by your father and I was hurt by my father, my son would not say I'm hurt by my father.
mm,
It's a curse. I feel like sometimes it's just that conversation that people just don't have because they pride is in the way. You gotta come out of that pride shit and sit down and tell people how you feel because life is short. You might not never be able to sit down and have that conversation if they're gone. You'll never know. There's a lot of answers that won't be questioned. Like you
mm,
gotta get that shit off your chest. I feel like you can't forgive until you get closure. What is closure? Closure could mean anything to how you feel. Like my closure is when I go in something. When my father had the restaurant, I'm going in there. He sat there, he'd tell me, "Oh, I love you," or I took care of everybody else's family before yours and before mine's, and I want to do right by you. I want to do this. I want to do that. It's like I see, like you really didn't know no better. So it's like just you looking at me being the father that I am. That's my closure. It's like I'm teaching you how to be a father when you supposed to be teaching me how to be a father. Love him to death. I don't hold nothing against him. I still text my father. I'm just checking up on you, man, making sure you good. Why? Because I feel like I got the power now.
mhm,
When it's like, growing up, yo, you hear your father and your father say something, there's like them words, you value those words because it's coming from your father.
mhm,
You cherish them words because it's coming from your father. Now when my father hear me speak, it's like he cherished that shit. I'm showing him something. Come on, it gets no better than that, bro. I mean, you can never forgive a person until you get closure. So what you mean you gotta let go. Everything that's inside of your heart, you gotta put it on the table for order for you to sit and say, I forgive you. So if you still mad at your father did not come to your first grade graduation, you gotta put it on the table to really move on in life. If you mad that your father didn't buy those sneakers, or you mad that your father left you on that stoop and then pick you up and you just send up, man, you gotta let that shit go to order to sit and say, I forgive you. Like me, my father wasn't there for the first 17 years of my life. But I put that past him and I accept whatever type of love he give me now. I forgive him. I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping over nothing. I'm 34 years old. I'll be 34 years old. What I look like still harping, oh, he wasn't there. He didn't teach me my first shoot how to shoot my first basketball. He wasn't there when I had this play and all that. Nah, I forgive you, bro. I let it go. I forgive you. How can we make history now? That's what I feel like more people should be thinking about. How can we let go of the past, put it on the table, get it out the way, clear the dust, clear the air, and how can we create more history? Like history that we both is in. Not shit that I'm hearing people talk about you over here and you hearing about what people talk about. Now let's create history together. And I feel like a lot of people don't have closure because they can't let go.
Mm.
They still stuck on it. And then don't say you forgive a person, but then when you get mad, you bringing that shit back up. That means you didn't forgive.
Mm.
And a lot of people say do that shit, bro.
Mm.
Like I witnessed that shit. It's like you forgive me, but you still bringing up the shit that I did to you.
Mm.
You forgive me, but you still mentioning that I didn't show up or I wasn't there for you. So you don't forgive me.
You don't forgive me.
Your words, like it's coming out your mouth. Oh, I forgive you, but do your heart really forgive me? Can you let go? I feel like a lot of people hold on to shit like that. Now I forgive you for what you did, but you don't show it. Your words is not matching your actions. So how you don't forgive me?
Mm.
It sound good, but do the work. I feel like a lot of shit be bullshit, bro. If you
Mm.
really forgive a person, trust and believe it's not gonna be on your mind. What they did to you is not gonna like nigga that shot me. I forgive him. He's not on my mind no more. I'm having fun doing what I'm doing. I I'd be a damn fool if I sit there and keep talking about this man that shot me. I mean, I ain't forgive you, bro. I mean, it's still hurting inside. Nah, it don't hurt me no more.
Mm.
I don't cry no more. I cried enough that I could start my own river.
Mm.
I could create my own ocean that you could swim in if you want to. But it's like, nah, I forgive you. If I could forgive the man that shot me 3 times, left me there to die, then you could be able to forgive anything that's moving in this world. It's like it's not that serious. More people going through serious shit out here and holding on to shit. This man almost took me away from my child. This man almost took me away from my mother. This man always took me away from my siblings, my dream. He almost took my life, and I forgave him. And you can't forgive your father. You can't forgive your sister. You can't forgive your best friend over dumb shit. It's like, come on, we gotta do better, people. We gotta do better.
This nigga
1000%.
preaching. This nigga is
Yeah.
talking.
Like, come on. Like, I feel like he snatched everything away from me, and I forgave him still.
Mm.
It's like nobody. We could go on the streets with a microphone and a camera. Let's see how many people can forgive.
Mm.
It's people still holding on shit that happened first, second, third grade, and these niggas is goddamn 60.
What did you do? Like, what did you have to do to get to a place to forgive somebody who did something so crazy to you?
What did I have to do?
Mm-hmm.
I had to do the work on myself. That's what I had to do. I had to do the work on myself. It's like I was so busy worrying about him, I forgot who I was. So once I started doing the work, when I say doing the work, meaning I started enjoying my life again. I started laughing. I started joking. I was fucked up. I was fucked up bad.
Mm.
But once I started taking that control of my life and not letting somebody else lead it, like
Mm.
it was no Blind Poppy, it was no Voice of the Disabled. I was Christopher in that room,
Mm.
waiting to go.
Mm.
But once I started doing the work on myself and I started smiling more and realized the sun always going to shine even when you're in the dark,
Mm.
man, nothing couldn't stop me. Nothing couldn't stop me. No lie, I couldn't let my past determine my future.
Mm.
I couldn't let the destruct. No, sometimes you gotta destruct before, like self-destruct before you rise. I felt like when he shot me, I self-destruct just to get rebuilded. Like I rebuilt myself, and that's who I am today. So it's like it's never that serious that you holding on, son. I forgave a nigga that tried to take my life. You can't forgive over somebody that stole out of your purse. You can't forgive that somebody that stole your man or stole your woman. Man, that shit don't be serious. You can forgive, you just don't gotta fuck with them. Doesn't mean the person that shot me, me and him gonna be in a club drinking together.
Right, certain,
He won't
definitely not.
he won't never do that. Doesn't mean I'm like, yo, bro, take my number. We could talk about it now. We ain't gonna never do that either. He don't owe me no conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't owe him no conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing I say and say, bro, you tried it. You tried it.
You did not
You
succeed.
wasn't successful, bro.
Mm.
Them bullets went through my soul. It just rebuilt me.
Mm.
And I could move on. I could turn my back on me and walk away.
Mm.
You could try it. I can't die. I can't die. I won't die. Cause not for nothing, the day my eyes close, my words still live on.
Mm.
They could go to that Blind Banana See YouTube. They could go to my Instagram. They could go to videos of me in the clubs. People got a lot of videos of me out here. My voice gonna always live on.
Mm.
While I'm tripping over you. Now I know what it is. People are bigger when you keep talking about it.
Mm.
So if I keep talking about him and I keep expressing my frustration, he only gonna get bigger. But if my voice is silent about him and I'm using my voice for something positive, nigga just a mouse to me. Hurt people hurt people. Yeah, I don't know how that man was raised. I don't know what that man was going through that day. I ain't making no excuses about it. But hurt people hurt people. He hurt me. I could have came at that hospital and retaliated. Now it's like he hurt my family, I hurt his family. We even. And then the cycle just gonna keep going. People gonna end up in jail. People gonna end up dead. Now I broke that cycle. Why? I could pick up and call any one of my friends. Like I stopped my friends from jumping out the window. Like my right hand man, he was with me when I got shot, and it killed him every time that like came across that block and he just wanted to jump out the window. And I'm just like, yo, bro, it ain't worth it. You got kids, bro. What can I tell your kids if you in jail for jumping out the window for me? A person that's alive, a person that's breathing and moving. I got motion. I'm with my child. It ain't worth it, bro. Now we gonna kill people with kindness. We gonna kill people with the shit we doing with motion. Nah, I started the podcast. I'm quite sure they probably like, damn, bro, that's the same nigga we probably shot. Got motion. So hurt people don't, man, we gotta break that shit. Hurt people, if a person hurt you, man, just rise, just grow, just like don't have the mentality I gotta hurt back. Cause this shit just gonna keep going. It's like playing like cats and mice, they bouncing back and forth. Man, that shit is corny now. We older now, we pushing peace. Like I'm pushing peace. Like that's how I look at it as like, man, well, if I ain't beefing with nobody. The only person I'm beefing with is myself. Every day I'm laying on that couch and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm beefing with myself when I'm slacking off of what I'm supposed to be doing. Or I'm not booking studio time and all that shit, man. I'm beefing with myself. So it's like, why would I put my loved ones in risk to try to get back to? And another thing too, hurt people, right? Now if I would have went back and hurt them, it wouldn't have given back my vision. So what did it solve? Now we on the investigation. Now I'm in jail. Because I'm guilty by association, right? Now my son got to come see me on that visiting floor. Nah, hell no. I refuse. For my son to see me in State Green, I refuse for my son to be talking to a tombstone. I broke the cycle. I'm pushing peace. Call me Positive C now, like, because back then, no lie, I wanted to get back. I wanted to feed every shell in the gun to him. I did. And if he died, I wanted to dig him up and feed him more shells. I didn't care because you hurt me bad. But what would I got out of it? Because I still wanted to be able to see. That dark cloud still would have been over me. Why? Because I still wouldn't have felt like, I still feel like shit because I'm in the dark. Nah, I'm the king of this shit. Like I told you before, I'm the king of the dark. Who can move like me? Not Ray Charles, not Stevie Wonder. I feel like my story is bigger than theirs. They had medical complications. Now my shit got snatched away from me and I made the best out of it. Nah, hurt people, he could hurt all the people he want. He tried, he ain't hurt me. He blessed me. You will never be free until you let go of what they did to you. No matter what it is. Mentally, physically, abuse you. It doesn't matter. Just let that shit go. And gain your freedom. Because right now, they got you locked in that closet. They got the lights off. They got the power because you didn't forgive. Take your power back and be free. That's all I can sit and really sit and tell y'all. Because there ain't nobody in this world that can sit and say they got the power of C-Note. I'm free. I ain't mad at nothing. I ain't tripping over nothing. I'm always stepping. So, be free, Wolf.
Man, be free, man.
Be free.
Be free. Let go of it, man.
Wake up in the morning, you look at that phone, you look at that contact, text that person and say, I forgive you. But don't text them unless you really mean it.
Yeah.
Unless you really mean it.
Yeah.
I forgive you. That man that cheated on you, I forgive you. That man that put his hands on you, I forgive you. That shit, it takes a lot. But you want to grow, you got to forgive.
Yeah.
Your father wasn't there, I forgive you. Your mother was on drugs, your parents, I forgive you. You feel like a person didn't show up when you needed them the most, I forgive you. And I'm not forgiving you for you. I'm forgiving you for myself. Because
Yeah.
I gotta grow.
That's the pain. That's the part, bro. Like, I'm not forgiving you for you. I'm forgiving you for
I'm
myself.
forgiving you for myself.
It's so fucking weird how like holding on to the grudge of what somebody did to you. It's only fucking your shit up. It don't got shit to do with them, really.
Not real shit. Cause like relationships. A person hurt you so bad, you're gonna go into your next relationship with the same mentality.
Oh my god.
This nigga hurt me. This woman hurt me. She
Oh my
cheated.
god.
So how can you see the potential of your new lover if you don't let go? If you don't forgive?
You just carrying that.
You don't forgive. How can you really see the nobody's perfect, but how can you pick out the perfect moments and like potential in your parents if you don't give them, if you just don't forgive the shit that they did to you?
Oh my god.
Like I forgave my father. My father was a great ass cook. Restaurant and all that and everything else. It's like his words say it. I want to believe it. It's just he just don't I believe his words. I just feel like he gotta just make the actions work with it.
Yeah, you gotta make the actions work.
Gosh, like make the actions work.
Yeah, for sure.
And then when your actions start working, it's gonna match up to your words.
Yeah.
So we locked in. Then he'll forgive himself.
Yeah.
Instead of beating himself over he not being there for me.
Yeah.
Gotta do the work. Gotta forgive.
Yeah.
I mean, every time like even in relationships, a man get loud, you was in domestic violence, doesn't mean he gonna put his hands on you.
Right.
You're just having a little altercation.
Right.
Forgive your past relationship. Trust and believe you're gonna be okay.
Right.
You're gonna be okay. And we just forgiven.
Right.
Like no lie. A man like me, I hit people up and we had conversations. I told him how I feel. Like my right hand man, we bump heads a lot. Over a lot of shit he didn't agree what I did. I didn't agree what he did. What we talk, I forgive you.
Mm-hmm.
That just make our relationship even stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you gotta be vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people have a hard time being that, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Vulnerability is like not easy because, and again, they scared to be vulnerable because they still holding on to the fear of what happens. Like I can't let it happen again. Can't let it happen again. I don't want to feel stupid. I don't want to feel small again.
It's not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign of weakness. It's not. Sometimes not being vulnerable, you could definitely lose the biggest like love of your life. Just be vulnerable. Cause sometimes being vulnerable, the best conversations coming out of it. The solutions be solved. So it's like, man, just don't trip over it, man. Forgive. That's the word of the day, man. Forgive. You wake up this morning, just take your time and say, all right, this person stole from me. But I don't know why she stole. That person might be hungry. But they just was scared to tell you. But you could text them, I forgive. Oh, why did you steal? Like conversations, forgive. Like all that shit come together, man. Just forgive. Just forgive, Wolf. I forgive. I forgave the nigga that shot me. I forgave my father. I forgave relationships. I forgave family members. I just forgive. Because why? Who gonna stop me? And I refuse from what they did to me stop me. I forgive. That shit like weight lifting off your shoulders. I tell you, this podcast shit is like therapy. You can't talk about shit like this to people who they look like they'll judge you. Well, being in front of the cameras and the mic and all that shit makes me feel good, man. I forgive.
Yeah, man. That's a great topic, great subject. I think you killed it, bro, for real.
So if you home, DM me, the BlondBenassi NYC, or you can email me, blondbenassi@gmail.com. Like, send your moments that you've been in that you had to forgive, or send send a voice note. I want to hear y'all voices to the DMs on the BlondBenassi. And maybe we can play it on the episode and see how can we help you forgive that person or something, whatever the case may be. But another episode, Wolf.
Man, another one, bro. Thank you, bro.
Another one in the books. But until next week, I am FOBC, the official Blind Stepper, the forgiven. The work took a long time to happen, but I did it. And I'm the voice of the disabled. I'm always going to step big until next week. Blind Stepper.
Blind Stepper.